Rally Barbados 2020 done. I am so happy, so proud of what I've accomplished. Didn't really think I would, well, I was hoping I was going to finish. Really didn't think I would end up with a third. But you know, that is rallying. So let's go back a little bit to leading up to Rally Barbados. Looking at the entry list, I knew from before that some of the regular Bimmer Cup people were not going to be entering. Some big names too, people who would have beaten me hands down for sure. Wee Wee, Spencer, Hode, none of those fellas were entering. So initially it was just me and Stuart Garcia, and then along came the two Sudines, and then we had 2 overseas entries, so 6 in total. Day 1 was absolutely horrible conditions, horrible. Now we don't normally have rally at this time of year. Normally it's in May where everything is bone dry, no issues with, you might get a little bit of rain every now and again, but nothing to really shout about. But this year though, oh my God, standing water everywhere, every apex had in a puddle. Every corner you wanted to cut in your notes was full of mud from the guys up front. So it was a really taxing rally. Special stage 2, so Dark Hole, the 3 runs we had through Dark Hole. Dark Hole was absolutely miserable for me. Every time I ran through Dark Hole, I just wanted to make it out. I didn't really care what was going on in there.
40 right 6,
the other stages, I could kind of have a rhythm, kind of memorize what's going on. I can remember how the stage runs, but Dark Hole, I just can't. There's just so many corners. All the corners look the same, yet slightly different. It's just, don't like Dark Hole at all. Didn't even feel like doing the transit on day 2 through Dark Hole. Yeah, so by the time I did the end of the first loop of day 1, it was like, I'm going to be in survival mode. I need to get to the end of this thing. I need to finish. The attrition rate was very high on Saturday, which is normal for Rally Barbados, but I thought that with a smaller field, guys would have taken it a little bit easier in the wet, but clearly not. The third run through Kendall, I had an off and I had a moment. Coming through Cliff Plantation, I was speaking to Logan Watson after the event, and he said, buddy, that curb had your name written all over it.
400 left to junction.
Fuck.
Keep going. 50 left 4.
And then the very last corner of the finish of the last Kendall 2.
100 right 4.
Turned the corner, car started to turn, and then all of a sudden, car just went straight. Not sure if it was oil or something strange there, but it just caught me out by surprise. So lucky to get out of that one. Actually went off, but no damage, so that was okay.
Oh boy.
So yeah, ended day 1. Was quite happy to make the ending. Natia Sudine, I really didn't expect her to give me any trouble at all, but when I saw at the end of the first loop she was beating me in those wet stages, that was a very humbling experience. I mean, no disrespect to Natty at all. She's come a long way. I beat her in the dry stages, but then when it was wet, that was the end of that. Quite unfortunate she had a little rollover at the end there. Guys at Guava Tech jumped right on it at the end of the first day to get her ready for day 2, but it was an issue with the windshield, so she really couldn't start on day 2. Moving on to day 2. So day 2 I decided, let me wear my Ken Block shirt. He was 3rd overnight. Nobody really expected him to get out of first day, me included, to be honest. We had a couple stages cancelled on Sunday due to time. So we only got one chance to attack Rock Hall, and I was really looking forward to that stage.
Caution,
so the first one really was just a sighting stage. So I was a little upset that I didn't get through Rock Hall again. Some of the other stages though were still really muddy, nasty. And again, just trying to get to the finish. And then the very last stage of the rally.
Come on, it's the final stage. We got this. Five.
It was really
4,
short.
3.
There's no
2,
way you could
1. Go.
get any advantage.
150 over crest.
So it was all about, again, just getting through the stage. And it was actually gut-wrenching for me to pass the Bimmer Cup leaders, Stuart and Rashid, on the start line there. They broke an axle as they moved off. I just felt gutted for them. They had over a minute lead. They had the class locked up. I think they were top 15 or thereabouts overall as well. So gutted for them, but absolutely over the moon that we were able to finish.
Absolutely done it. 17. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So happy. Bucket list item, check.
So we have to see you back behind the wheel next year now, Jason. You've got a bit of a taste for it now.
Oh yeah.
Well done.
And then to have that interview at the end with Bex, completely unexpected. Yeah, that was icing on the cake there. To finish, to have the interview, to end up on the podium. So that is Rally Barbados 2020 done and dusted for me. Season is not over yet. There are still a few more events, so I will be out there. And now that this is finished, you see, I've been pretty cautious because I didn't want to damage the car or anything leading up to this event. So I'm kind of hoping, fingers crossed, you might see a faster version of me at the end of this year into early next year. Fingers crossed. I just want to thank everybody for their support and kind words at the end of the rally and leading up to it. Thank Christina for sitting next to me. She's been a blessing. I don't really have much to do when she's in the car. I know everything is taken care of. Thanks to Guava Tech. So I'm here at Guava Tech now. The Bimmer Farm, as they put it. These guys just spoil you rotten inside of service, and leading up to the event as well, making sure the cars are prepped before, cleaned up afterwards. You don't have anything to worry about. And I also want to say too that if you're looking to get into rallying in Barbados or in the Caribbean, this is probably a class you should start in, especially if you're not 100% sure if it's for you or not. The cars are relatively cheap. Again, I use the word relative because I'm comparing it to the other classes. Relatively cheap, relatively easy to maintain, very cheap to maintain actually because it's pump gas, it's a particular brand of tire, so it's very, very, very cheap to maintain. Repair bills, well, that's entirely up to you, but the running costs are very, very reasonable. Cars are rear-wheel drive, so it's fun, just enough power to keep you entertained, but not enough power to get you into serious trouble. So highly recommend the Bimmer Cup series to anybody who is looking to start out in motorsport. So apparently I forgot to collect this hat. This is the official Rally Barbados finisher's hat, and on the side it says, "To finish is to win." And that is the truth, given last weekend's horrible conditions, very trying rally. So this hat, you can't go and buy anywhere, you have to earn it. So again, thanks to everybody for all of the words of encouragement, congratulations and all that. And I think I'm going to keep doing this for a little while longer.